What up, Killah Tapes 93, back again with a new hip-hop CD pickup video. So let's get started because I got more than a few. This is Evidence. This is his second solo album called Cats and Dogs. It dropped back in 2011. He had production from Alchemist, DJ Premier, Babu, and he also produced on the album himself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tracks on this joint. Evidence, Cats and Dogs. Let's see if I can get a close-up on the joints here. So you had Aloe Black, Raekwon, Razkaz, Rock Marciano, Prodigy, James Hendrix, Step Brothers, Aesop Rock even made an appearance. Rocka, Little Fame terminology. Crondon of Strong Arm Steady. And from what I read, this is the first album to probably ever not have a track 13 on it. You can look that up if you're interested in knowing why there's no track 13. Evidence, Cats and Dogs, solid effort, man. Next up, Funkdoobiest, Brothers Doobie. This is the group's second LP. It was released back in 1995. The members are Son Doobie, DJ Ralph M, and Tomahawk Funk. And this was the last album. This is the last album that involved Tomahawk Funk. He left the group after this release right here. And they were out of Los Angeles, California. They had production from, and might I say, some of the best production I've heard from DJ Muggs is on this album right here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the track listing on the joint. Funkdoobiest. They had Rock On, Dedicated, You're Dummin', Hoorah Rah, Super Hose. Dope effort right here. I recommend Funkdoobiest. Next up, we got Heltah, Skeltah, Nocturnal. The group consisted of Ruck and Rock, R.I.P. Sean Price, and this was their debut album, and it dropped back in 1996. It had production from Buckshot, Lord Jamar. It had production from DJ Evil D. It also had production from Baby Paul, and that's just among others. So let's go ahead and check out the tracks on this joint. I think Therapy was one of the singles that they had off here. And of course, Le Fleur, Le Fla, Eshkoshka. It's my joint right there. Classic right here, must have. Next up, we got Hieroglyphics, Third Eye Vision. Hieroglyphics is a collective group. It's basically Souls of Mischief. All the members from Souls of Mischief. And then including Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Casual, and Domino. And speaking of Domino, man, I was able to catch Domino at the Del show, and dude is just really cool guy, man. Went ahead and got the joint Blessed from Domino, producer / DJ. And this is the Hieroglyphics debut album right here, dropped back in 1998. And the production was handled by the members. All the members of the group put in on production on this album. Let's take a look at the tracks. Alright, You Never Knew. At the Helm is on here. Miles to the Sun. Out of Oakland, California, Hieroglyphics. Next up, got some more Hieroglyphics. This is their second album, dropped back in 2003. It's called Full Circle. And once again on this one, the production was handled by the group members. I actually caught this with a slipcase on it, man. I don't think the slip on it's available anymore, but I found this one with a slip on it. Let's go ahead and check out the joints. I think they had a video for man, I want to say it's Make Your Move featuring Wapale. But pretty solid album, man. Hieroglyphics. Next up, the Jacka, What Happened to the World. This was Jacka's 13th album right here. This was the last album he put out before his untimely death, man. This is long out of print. I got lucky on this, man. I found it at the record store one day. I got lucky on it, man. It goes for, man, I've seen it from 40 to 60 bucks online. I think I got it for $11.99 that day. But like I said, this is the 13th album from the Jacka. That's not even counting all the mixtapes he's got to his credit. Production on this was handled by DJ Child, Vitamin D, Rob Lowe, Cheese on the Slap, and that's just among others. This album blew me away, man. The production on this album is very dope. The Jacka, he's just got his own style, man. His hooks are dope. He's got something real special on the hooks that he does, man. Just the style that he uses for him. But I'm gonna say this album dropped back in 2014, I think. And like I said, man, R.I.P. to the Jack. Let's take a look at the tracks. All right, so let's see if I can actually get a shot of these. See It Through, man. Damn. See It Through is amazing, man. So is Gangstars. Just a really dope effort, man. The President's Face, all that. The Jacka, What Happened to the World. Next up, Dilla Donuts. This was his second studio album, and it was released on his 32nd birthday, February 7th, 2006. There's not a whole lot to say about this album that you should already know, but Dilla Donuts, an absolute classic. Some say his best work, but unfortunately, man, R.I.P. to Dilla. And let's go ahead and take a look at the track listing right quick. All right, so I got the digipack version of this. It's just an all cardboard case on it. So Dilla Donuts. Next up, I got Jayru the Damager, Divine Design, and this is his fourth album, and the production was handled by Ed Dantes and Luis Sabor Teneo. Yeah, I don't know who they are either, but maybe that's why it's one of my least favorite Jayrus, but still Jayru, still gotta have it in my collection. And this was released back in 2003, and I think I got this for like $1, so it doesn't have a it doesn't have the backside artwork, so I can't show you the tracks. But Jayru the Damager, Divine Design. Next up, Cam, Never Again. This is Cam's debut album. It was released back in 1993. He had a whole lot of different producers on this album. Some of them are DJ Pooh, Coz, Stan Jones, Stone, Toothy, Solid Scheme. Man, that's just, among others, man. But Cam, he was out of Los Angeles. I think he was out of Watts. So let's go ahead and check out some of the joints. Alright, probably most known for the single Peace Treaty. He's got a video for that too, and my favorite, Still Got Love For Him. He's got a video for that one too. So Cam, Never Again, the debut. Next up, Kid Frost, East Side Story. This was Kid Frost's second album. It was released back in 1992. It had production from Kid Frost himself, Mr. Mix, Jeff Rios, Will Rock, Mike Green, and that's just among others. We got a lot of producers on this one. This is actually, this was his last album on Virgin, the Virgin label, and it was actually the last album that he went by Kid Frost. He would change his name to Frost after this album. Let's check out the joints on it. Alright, Kid Frost, man. Some of the singles off of here. I know he had Sunshine. He had Thin Line. And I forgot that he had an MC8 feature on here too. So Kid Frost, man, out of Los Angeles. Next up, I got Killah Priest, The Offering. This is his 5th album. It was released back in 2007. It had production from Fourth Disciple, Count Fifth, Arithmetic, God's Wrath, and that's just among others, man. He's got a lot of producers on this as well. He also had some dope features on this album too. Let's take a look. Alright, so he got a joint with Nas, Hellraiser, Raz Kaz, Corrupt, the Four Horsemen. Immortal Technique shows up on here too. Man, just a pretty much all-around dope album, man. You can't really go wrong with Priest. Next up, I got some more Killah Priest, Behind the Stained Glass. This was released in 2008. It's his 6th solo album. It had production from DJ Wood, God's Wrath, and Count Fifth. And it was his 6th album. And I can't remember the features on this joint, so let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so they don't list the features back here, but I know he's got 60 Second Assassin on here. It's a bonus track on here too, so Behind the Stained Glass, very, very, very solid, man. Next up, Cam D, Mr. Hood. Basically, Zev Love X, who is now MF Doom, and his brother DJ Sub Rock. This was their debut album. It released back in 1991. And Cam D, it had a couple meanings. I know one of them was causing much damage. Like I said, this was released back in 1991. And the production was handled by KMD themselves and Stimulated Dummies. So let's go ahead and check out the track listing on this. Alright, Mr. Hood. Peach Fuzz. That was a single off the album. They got a video for it too. So KMD, man, basically MF Doom's debut under Zev Love X. And that's gonna do it, man. I got another CD update coming soon, CD pickup vid. So like always, man, hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you soon. See ya.